So if we want to understand color, first of all, is there any difference between different colors within a species? So here you see the variety of sapphire, which is from the species corundum. And I've only put a few here for you to look at. I haven't put by any means all of them, but you can see that the sapphire comes in all of these different colors: yellow sapphire, pink sapphire, purple sapphire, green sapphire, of which the most popular is the blue. So every different color can command a different price, and the ones that are more popular are definitely going to command the higher price. So for example, within this variety of sapphire, and definitely the blue sapphire tends to command a higher price. Why? Because more people like blue sapphire, more people look for blue sapphire. In fact, there's a lot of people still today that don't realize that sapphire comes in a lot more colors. But what about if we look at another family member? We look at ruby. Ruby is also from corundum, so it has the same chemical composition and crystal structure as all of the sapphires. There is one distinct difference, and you might wonder, why is it that if they are the same, why is it that we use the color in front of the word sapphire for all of the others, and for the red variety, we have a separate name, ruby? Well, in part, it's got to do with the history, because ruby goes way back in history, but there is something else very important that we understand about ruby, and that the color of ruby is actually coming from elements that the others don't have. It's coming from the element chromium. So these are typically very minute impurities that cause coloring in different gemstones. And the fact that it has chromium, which is much, much more rare, and therefore also makes the material much more rare as well, is what causes ruby to command a much higher price. Most of the other colored sapphires are being colored usually by iron and titanium. Yes. And there is one more that has a special variety name all of its own. You may have heard of it. It is called the padparacha. And padparacha is generally a very exceptional mixture of orange and pink together. And these have become very popular in the last 10, 20 years. Before that, we didn't really hear very much about them. But the padparacha now commands quite a high price. Not quite as high as ruby, but definitely higher than some of the other colors of sapphires. And padparacha typically comes from Sri Lanka, and some very beautiful ones have been found there. And the name padparacha, which is a very strange name, is actually coming from a flower, which is typically found in Sri Lanka.